What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. On the last part, we got to explore a brand new scenario where Goku was the legendary Super Saiyan. And clearly, it wasn't something he was expecting. The part began on Namek, where Goku was in a heated battle with Frieza. But this time, things went pretty different. Goku just didn't turn Super Saiyan, no. He turned legendary Super Saiyan, going completely berserk against Frieza, with power that no one could even comprehend. But now he faces a bit of a conundrum. With such great power, how is he supposed to control it? If he ever transforms again, there's no way he'll get a grasp on it. We'll be exploring that more in this part. For this video, let's set a like goal of 3,500 likes. Once we hit that, I'll continue with another part to the series. Anyways, let's pick up from here. Back on Earth, Vegeta begins observing Goku. The two of them have already started training together, trying to figure out what to do next. Because think about it, if Goku wants to grasp this power somehow, he's going to need to transform again. But if he does, that brings along the risk of him destroying himself and everyone else around him, as well as the planet too probably. So Vegeta's weighting the negatives and positives. Positive side, they get to train with it. Negative side, maybe everyone blows up. Okay, well, he'll save that idea for later. They can get Goku to transform later on. They keep thinking, and there might be a way to actually work around this. A way for Goku to actually transform and practice with the transformation, and a way for Goku to learn how to control it. It's a perfect idea, and Vegeta lets Goku know. He's gonna transform first. Wait, what? Yeah, Vegeta thinks this is actually a great plan. Not only will it let them see what the form is like from Vegeta's perspective, but if Goku does transform and he goes berserk, that means Vegeta will be stronger and he can keep Goku under control. Hopefully. He might not be strong enough, but it's worth a shot at least. And obviously he doesn't tell Goku this part, but it's partially because it lets Vegeta get ahead. He gets to train with Super Saiyan or whatever he gets, while Goku's still stuck behind trying to figure out his form. So at least for the time being, it might give Vegeta a bit of a head start. Not that it's going to be an incredibly long-lasting lead, but it will be enough to stroke Vegeta's ego. It's the perfect opportunity for both of them to grow, and a way for Goku to actually figure out his thing. They waste no time, and immediately the two begin training together with this in mind, trying to get Vegeta to turn Super Saiyan somehow. Now clearly, this isn't going to be an overnight process. They know nothing about Super Saiyan. The only time they've ever seen one is with Goku, and he's not even a regular Super Saiyan. For Vegeta, it might be completely different. Maybe anger won't make him transform. Maybe it's sadness. Maybe it's self-loathing. Maybe something else. They don't know. They keep going through all the possibilities, but they're not sure how to figure it out. It seems like trial and error will probably be the best way for them to do it for now. At least though, they're still training, which means even in base they're getting stronger. So at least they're not wasting a bunch of time trying to get Vegeta to transform. Goku doesn't remember much from his fight with Frieza, but vaguely he remembers a weird feeling that he had before he transformed. Maybe this will help Vegeta. He felt a weird energy concentrating in his back, almost like he focused all the energy there on the top of it, and it sparked inside of him, causing some sort of weird transformation. But after feeling that sensation, he doesn't remember much else. That's the best he can give Vegeta. Well, Vegeta can actually kind of work with that. The tingly back thing that we saw with the Universe 6 Saiyans. What if Vegeta could do that too? Yeah, I don't like the tingly back explanation just as much as the next guy, but it's at least useful here in this scenario. And if we are going with that logic, we're going to have to use S cells too, which Vegeta probably wouldn't have a lot of. He tries to do the tingly back thing, but it doesn't really help too much. He does feel a brief sensation, but not enough to actually push him over the edge and transform. But over the course of the next year or so, they keep trying this, trying to get Vegeta to transform in any way possible, and eventually he does actually unlock it. Very briefly, but he still gets it, and it's amazing. It's not like Goku Super Saiyan, it's completely different. Vegeta is stronger in this form, not as strong as Goku, but a lot stronger regardless. And it's not calm by any means, but Vegeta has way more control over it and has lucidity in the form, whereas Goku completely just lost his mind. Obviously Vegeta's form is a lot easier to get a grasp on. And now that he has this form, the next step is to try and get him to control it better. He's going to try and tame the power somehow. If he figures out a way to tame it, then Goku can try it himself with his form. Goku is still nervous though. He's not too sure this is going to work. Vegeta's Super Saiyan does seem like it could help, but it doesn't seem like it's going to do too much. Even with the similarities, they're just too different. Maybe some of the stuff does apply to his form. But Goku also does consider the possibility that it's completely useless to try and learn this. It might not work at all. But it is his best shot at getting stronger, and getting over his anxiety of getting stronger. The two continue on with this, with Vegeta interested to see how Goku grows. Even though he's just training in base, he's getting exceptionally stronger. It's insane. Training is going pretty well for them and everyone else, until one day, they sense a vaguely familiar energy out in space, but something that they can't quite put their finger on. But Vegeta knows instantly who it is. Wait, that energy. It feels similar to Frieza's, which means it's probably King Cold. Oh great, he found Earth. Vegeta's not scared, just annoyed. By this point, he's more than strong enough to actually defeat King Cold, and he plans to do exactly just that. Everyone else senses King Cold arriving on Earth, wondering what's going on, and Vegeta tells him not to worry. He's got it under control. Not only will this be a perfect way to test out his Super Saiyan form, but it'll be a nice taste of revenge. Vegeta flies over to where the ship is landing. A bunch of soldiers step out, and with a single blast from his hand, Vegeta eliminates them all. He hears a chuckle as someone walks off the ship. It's King Cold. Just like he expected, Vegeta is here on Earth, no longer in space doing whatever he was doing before. King Cold says he's here to kill everyone, but before he does want Vegeta to tell him one thing. How did Frieza die? Even if Vegeta doesn't tell him the story, King Cold will just kill him regardless, but it'll be nice to at least get this info out of him before he kills him. Vegeta's glad he asked. He tells him it was the legendary Super Saiyan. Wait, the legendary Super Saiyan? Like that myth that they heard about? There's no way. And what's even better, it wasn't even Vegeta that was a legendary Super Saiyan. But he informs King Cold not to worry. There's another type of Super Saiyan standing right in front of him, Vegeta himself. Surrounded by a golden aura, Vegeta powers up and then transforms into Super Saiyan, showing it off to King Cold. No, this has to be some sort of trick. The Super Saiyan can't be real, especially two of them. Vegeta lunges at King Cold and the two begin their battle. And by battle, I mean one-sided beatdown. Vegeta's way stronger than where King Cold would be here. And he enjoys his time, although he can't cause too much damage to Earth, so he does have to make this quick. If he drags this on any longer, who knows? King Cold might get desperate and try to blow up the planet. No biggie though. Vegeta jumps up in the air, sticking out one hand. He shouts Big Bang Attack, launching a beam of energy at King Cold. He's eradicated right on the spot, not a trace left, and Vegeta has claimed victory. Just like he thought, that would be over pretty quickly, and it was a nice test of his power. He's much stronger than he actually assumed. He thought there would be at least a little bit of struggle, but nothing at all. It was really easy. This is why Vegeta's behaving so well right now. He's so strong that he's not even mad at anyone, and not being his bitter usual self. I mean, I hate to be mean to him, but come on, look at how he acted during the Android saga. He was a pretty big ass at times, but with him being the top dog around here, or seemingly the top dog, he's pretty happy. And especially with this fight against King Cold, he's even happier. This is amazing. But as he leaves the area, someone else shows up. He hears someone land behind him and turns around, and his smirk turns into a shocked expression. This fighter, his energy is so familiar, not to mention his outfit. The key that Vegeta's reading, it's almost exactly like Gohan's. No wait, it is exactly Gohan's. Not to mention the obvious outfit. What's going on here? The man standing in front of him introduces himself. He's future Gohan. He was expecting to fight King Cold, but it seems Vegeta already took care of that, and he asks Vegeta if he can get everyone to come over here. Okay, Vegeta's just completely confused, but he obliges. He goes to get everyone else and they come over here. Just as surprised as Vegeta. No way, Gohan from the future? That's kinda awesome. And yeah, he's here with 3 pieces of news, 3 things that could really help out some people. For one, he gives Goku his heart virus medicine, and then begins to tell his backstory. In his timeline, he and Trunks were actually able to defeat the androids. Well, by him and Trunks, I mean him. And we'll be getting into why that's the case. With all of his training, Gohan in the future was actually able to unlock legendary Super Saiyan, just like Goku and Vegeta suspected. When he transformed, he actually used it against the androids. And even though his power was pretty great, the 2 androids together were able to overcome him, alongside the fact that Gohan couldn't control himself. Inadvertently, they saved the Earth from being destroyed by Gohan. But Gohan began thinking and realized that this might actually be perfect. They can keep him in check, the androids of all people. He could fight against them and try and get a grasp on the form, on top of all the training he's doing. After a while, he did get a lot stronger and got a better control on this form, learning to perfectly control it without going berserk at all. And this is eventually what allowed him to defeat the androids, single-handedly in fact. Really, he didn't need to come back in time. While the androids were attacking, Bulma still did have a failsafe, which was the time machine. If Gohan actually wasn't able to defeat the androids, they'd at least have this to fall back on. But even so, she wonders if they could use it. I mean, it's kind of a shame that it has to go to waste. They still could use it and try to reverse everything. Yeah, the androids are defeated and they're rebuilding stuff. But maybe they could bring everyone back this way, prevent it from ever happening. It's at least worth a shot, so she sent Gohan back into the past. And obviously he doesn't mention Trunks in the story, otherwise he might not be born. Anywho, this backstory served as 2 other pieces of information that would be useful to everyone. Obviously the part about the android is something to need to consider, but more importantly, the fact that Gohan got control over legendary Super Saiyan. This shows Goku that it is possible, and Gohan's gonna help him. And even better, this means Gohan in the present timeline can get it too, and later on he can get the same form. Future Gohan spent some time in the past teaching Goku this method. Goku transforms again for the first time since Namek, losing control just like he expected. At first, Gohan actually has to beat him in the fight and knock him out, because Goku has no way of maintaining his power. But over the next few days they do this more and more, and eventually Goku does get some sort of control. Not perfect control, but enough to where he doesn't destroy everything. And soon enough, with some more training, he'll be where Gohan is. But this is all the time Gohan has. He returns to the future timeline, wishing everyone the best and telling them he'll see them in 3 years. Also glad to have seen Goku again, and of course, fighting him too. That was pretty fun. The 3 years of training begin, and it goes pretty much like normal. Normal as in, nothing really of note happens, but in terms of powers, Vegeta is stronger because he got a nice head start on Super Saiyan, and as for Goku, he's obviously getting more control over his legendary form. For Gohan, he's not too sure if he wants to pursue this. It seems scary. I mean, consider how old Gohan is at this time. He's still a kid. But seeing his future self kind of served as motivation for him. He could do it too, and he should. He wants to make that future version of himself proud. He needs to fulfill that destiny. And if the androids truly are as threatening as they say, he needs to do this regardless. He doesn't actually unlock it over the 3 years, but they can tell he's close. He just needs a little push, and they're not too sure what, but they know it's going to come up soon. As for the androids, Jiro has been studying everyone, and with some of the fighters being stronger, Jiro naturally would adjust his androids to be strong enough to actually counter them. The encounter with the first few androids goes pretty normally, except for one major change. When they're actually fighting 19 and 20, Goku doesn't fall ill to the heart virus. He already did fall ill to it. It actually hit a bit earlier than expected. This is due to the intensity of legendary Super Saiyan. It wore out his body more and actually brought the virus out. A little bit earlier than it should have, so Goku already did fall ill to it, then took the medicine and got better. He's back in commission and is ready to fight, easily defeating Android 19 while Vegeta takes on Android 20, who then ends up escaping trying to activate the androids in his lab. Jiro knew they were strong, but he didn't expect them to be this potent. It doesn't matter though, even if he and 19 can do the job, 17 and 18 definitely will. So he activates the androids. Back with our group of heroes, they actually get to meet someone new. Gohan finally comes back from the future, but he has a visitor alongside him, and Vegeta's amazed to see who it is. There's no doubt about it, this person is his son, Trunks, from the future. No one actually knew that Trunks was alive in the future. Vegeta made it a note to actually ask Gohan if he was alive, but it seems like he doesn't have to ask. Gohan said he kept this a secret to make sure that Trunks would be born here, and it seems like that actually worked. And surprisingly enough, Trunks is also a Super Saiyan, a normal one like Vegeta. And the group tells Gohan everything that happened. It seems that the androids here weren't the same ones from their timeline. But after some searching, they're eventually able to find Jiro's lab and realize, yeah, they're kinda screwed here. The androids here are much stronger than they were before. Jiro adjusted them to account for the strength of everyone in this timeline, which is definitely kind of an issue. And the great thing is, Goku's okay, and he's right there in front of the androids. Their target came right to them. It's perfect. And a lot less work for them. The group fights off the androids, and with 2 extra fighters from the future, it's actually a little bit more even. Goku's able to show off the full power of his controlled legendary Super Saiyan form. And if it was just the regular group alone, they might have not stood a chance against the androids, but with Gohan and Trunks here, they give a lot of extra power, especially future Gohan. And even though these androids are stronger, they shouldn't be too big of a deal. And they come up with a perfect plan. The group holds off the androids as Goku and future Gohan retreat, drawing back for a bit as they formulate a plan. And they have the perfect idea. They just need to separate the androids. If they can defeat one, they'll be able to easily defeat the other, and there's a great way to actually do that. They just need to team up. A combined attack from 2 legendary Super Saiyans should be enough to kill one of them, and then after that they'll just go after the other. They give out a signal and the group immediately helps. They start by distracting the androids with blasts. Of course they're not injured by all of this, but as the blasts dissipate, they see 2 blinding lights in front of them, solar flares from Tenshinhan and Krillin. Blinded, the androids stumble back, and they're actually blind. Unlike the others, they can't sense ki, which makes it a lot tougher for them. They have to rely purely on vision, which they don't have right now. Goku and Gohan immediately power up, jumping in and not giving them a chance to react. First, they aim for the stronger one, Android 17. Gohan lands a powerful gut punch on 17, as Goku then elbows him in the head, pummeling him down into the ground. The 2 then jump up and together, they launch a blast right at the ground, critically injuring 17. Slowly, Android 18's vision comes back, and she looks over to see a crater with 17 in it, badly beaten and injured. She's angry and jumps at the father-son duo, trying to attack, but with the 2 of them together, they outpace her. Now she's at a disadvantage. The 2 fly at her together. Goku hits her from behind, bad phrasing, don't have a dirty mind, and Gohan attacks her from the front. This stuns her midair, and the 2 of them draw back. Together they launch Kamehamehas at each other, with 18 right in the middle. The 2 blasts collide, creating a massive explosion, killing 18 and leaving nothing left. They look back over to the pit where 17 was, ready to finish him off, but they don't see him. There's a cloud of smoke, but it dissipates and there's no one there. He's badly injured though, so once they find him, they can finish it off quickly. But somewhere out there, 17's alive, and not only that, there's another android, another threat that they don't even know about. Imperfect Cell is out there lurking somewhere, and with 17 wandering about, he actually has a chance to absorb one of the androids. Although he won't get 2 of them, this is still enough. But first he actually has to locate the androids and figure out what's going on with them. The group's glad that they're victorious, but they're not going to celebrate yet. They want to make sure that 17 is gone for good. And plus, they see something very concerning. They search through Jiro's lab and find something weird at the bottom floor. A project, something that wasn't released yet. This project is titled Cell. This is the first time they discover and learn of him. And with that, we'll leave off here for now. So, what did you guys think about this part? What do you think is going to happen next time? Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I'll be sure to check them out to see what you guys think. As always, if you like the video, be sure to drop a like. And let's try to hit that like goal from the beginning of the video so we can get another part of this series. If you haven't already, why not subscribe? As well as hitting the bell icon to get notified about any future parts of this What If, or any other videos that I upload on my channel. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.